Udah biarin, lanjut.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Did you eat your breakfast this morning?
No, yes.
No.
Gojek.
So weak.
Oh.
Okay. My name is Yolanda Dia Setiana, and this is my partner Salma Nadila. And today we're gonna present about our news comparisons. So to shorten the time, let's move on to the first slide, and which will be presented by my partner Salma Nadila.
First, before we delve into the source, I would like to elaborate more about our topic, which is IHSG. So, what does IHSG mean? IHSG stands for Indeks Harga Saham Gabungan, which it shows overall performance of Indonesia shares market. So, if IHSG goes up, it means most of shares in Indonesia are rising, but if it goes down, it means most of shares in Indonesia are falling. So what the cause of plummeting IHSG can be many reasons. For example, like global issues such as Trump policies last day, or even panic from investors, so they take their money, or even the economic issue in the country. And what the impact of IHSG drop can be many. For example, like can impact the overall economy, such as currency, or even make investors lose their money. Okay, next, for the news source. For resource 1, this article highlights the serious consequences of the IHSG, or Indonesia Stock Exchange Index drop. It focuses on global economic risk triggered by Trump's tariff policy, suggesting a possible global recession. The report uses a neutral tone, formal language, and includes relevant visuals such as image and structure layout. It presents facts directly and consistently, targeting an audience familiar with financial news. In the first one, we took from digital newspaper, which named Dichuel. So Dichuel is kind of similar like Tempo or Detik.com. In this article, you can see from the title, IHSG anjlok usai tarif Trump, resiko resesi global meningkat. In these news sources, it just focuses on the disaster of the Trump tariff policies. And the report uses a neutral tone, which is there is no opinion in it, just factual data. And also use formal language and includes relevant visual. There is also a percentage and stuff to support this data. And also the fact present directly and just focus on the title. There is no additional information out of the topic, out of the title, I mean. Next.
Dipencet aja ya.
Tap layar ya.
Okay, move on to the second source. This podcast episode takes a friendly and approachable look at the ups and downs of IHSG crash, making it helpful especially for people who are new to investing. Instead of using complex terms or throwing around heavy financial data, they use instead of using complex terms or throwing around heavy financial data, the host keep things simple. Explain everything in a relaxed and easygoing way that's easy to follow. They dive into the main reasons during a crash, touching on both global events and local factors that shook investor confidence. And what really stands out is how the episode breaks down tricky concepts, like what stocks are, how the market works, and why prices can suddenly drop. It's full of relatable examples and real life comparisons that make you think, oh, that makes sense. The use of visuals like graphs and charts also really helps drive the information home, especially for people who like to see the data laid out visually.
Tap. Ya.
Okay, I would like to elaborate about comparison content. In the first source from the digital newspaper, it highlighted the catastrophic impact of implementing IHSG, where for the source 2, it highlighted the case and impact of the IHSG. Like Yolanda said, for the source 2, it elaborated more than the source 1 because it highlighted from the really first time what is the IHSG means, what is the cause of it, the cause of drop IHSG, and until the impact. But for the source 1, just focus on the disaster of it that can cause economy in Indonesia recession.
Okay, next is the comparison presentation style. Source 1 from Dutch Well uses a formal and factual tone with clear visuals and a straight-to-the-point structure, making it suitable for readers who prefer data-focused news. So, Source 1 from Dutch Well takes a formal and straight-to-the-point approach. It sticks with the facts and explains everything in a clear, structured way, which makes it easy for readers to quickly understand about the key takeaways. And Source 2 has a relaxed and informal tone, using simple language and broader explanations to help general listeners understand the topic easily. The visuals are minimal, but the content is more relatable and easier to follow for beginners. Whereas the second source is using a simple language and everyday expressions, or even a slang word, which this style is perfect for the beginners.
Okay, next, similarities and differences. For the similarities, both highlighted the impact of the IHSG drop. Like I said, in the first source, it highlighted the cause, and also for the source 2, it highlighted the cause and impact. So they both highlighted the impact of IHSG drop. And for the differences, source 1 focused on just the economic danger and disaster, and source 2 emphasizes understanding impact in more educational way. And I want to add more information for the source 1. Also, they use formal and neutral tone. It means there is no opinion, like I said. And for the source 2, it used informal and also casual tone, which is the daily use language, or informal, like you talk with your friends.
Move on to the reflection. Both are effective and reliable in their own ways. Source 1 feel more trustworthy with factual visuals because there is graphs and charts. And the second source is easier to understand due to simple everyday language, which is perfect for the beginners or folks who are not financial experts.
Okay, next vocabularies we got from those sources. First, busa from source 2 or from the podcast Cuap Cuan. It means a place where shares are bought and sold. So it's just like the shares market when we can trade the shares. And the second is per kuartal from source 1. It means every 3 months. And the last is fiscal stimulus from the source 1. It means government aid to boost the economy from the dangers.
So we move on into the conclusion. Both sources cover the IHSG drop, but in different ways. Dutch Well uses a formal, data-oriented style, highlighting economic risk, while Cuap Cuan explains the causes and impacts in a relaxed, beginner-friendly tone. Dutch Well is more credible for experienced readers, whereas Triple C is easier to understand for the general public. Despite their differences, both are effective and reliable in helping audiences stay informed and make wise decisions. So it depends on you which one you want to read or get information from.
Next, before we close, is there any question from you guys or any feedback? Okay, Seth.
Actually, I want to ask about how you. Okay, so you've got a comparison here, right? And you already analyzed both from the first source and the second source. And what I want to know is, we are talking about IHSG, right? So, what do you find any interesting thing or new thing that you've learned about this country or IHSG thing, like makes you, maybe feel disgust or something, or interesting for you when you analyze this news?
Ma'am, do we have the time to discuss?
The question from Sasha. So the interest thing is about economy in Indonesia. Will IHSG or IHSG will make you think about should you hold your stocks or cut your losses? And
I want to add more. For me, the new interesting thing is politics is really influence economy in Indonesia. It's just new thing that I know I got when I getting older.
Okay.
Is there a question for me there?
Thank you, by the way.
Okay, if there is no other question, I want to close this presentation. Once again, we are from Group 6, and we do really appreciate for your attention today, guys, for listening us patiently from the very first time. And I hope what we've shared can give you a description of how source can present the same topic in different ways. And I hope our presentation is not only informative but also enjoyable. Once again, thank you very much. Have a great day and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.